Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, Create with Steve I. Today we are going to do a plan with me video. Hi, so we are going to be doing a plan with me today, and I am going to be using mainly from the Summer Essentials from Amber Plans Her Day. I love this tropical flora and fauna page, and there's boxes to match, and then there are these beautiful flowers. So that's kind of the main thing I want to do, but I'm going to do that around the outside. But also I have from Planything, I've got these couple sheets of like beachy stickers. So I was thinking maybe some of this can go like in the middle somewhere. And then I've got these palm trees from Planything, so maybe I might throw in one or two of those. And then I've also have these elements from Castetic Plans that I might throw in as well because I really like them. So I don't know if what I'm gonna use and how I'm gonna use it, but we are gonna see how it all works out. So let's just start off. So anyway, how are you all today? It is nice today. It is a cooler day. We've been having 80-degree weather. Oh, I'm also going to be using this beautiful palm tree washi tape that I got from Planything, and then this small green one. I think I'm going to do them like that here on the top. It has been in the 80s, 70s and 80s this past week, and today it is high 60s, so it's much cooler today than it has been, which is a nice reprieve, although I don't mind the heat. I actually really like the heat. We don't get very much of it here where I'm at, so I'm okay with the heat that we get. Okay. This is my first time using this palm tree washi tape, and I love it. Love it. I love palm trees. And then I also want to put this one just underneath it. If I can get this out. One thing I'd like to know, the past two Plan With Me's, I'm trying to keep videos at a reasonable size. You know, we all have multiple people that we follow in multiple videos to watch and stuff like that, so I try to be conscious of how long my videos are, because it drives me nuts sometimes when I'm watching people and it's like they go on and on and on, and a video that should probably take like half an hour or so ends up being 45 minutes to an hour, and I'm like, come on. So I try to do my best at trying to keep my videos at a reasonable rate, because I understand the frustration of, you know, we all have lots of people we're watching, and so we want to make sure I'm trying to be respectful and conscious of the time. Sometimes because of how the video goes and stuff like that, what I'm doing, sometimes it takes a little longer, and unfortunately that's just the way that is, and there's really not a lot I can do about that, but I do my best to keep it to a minimum, knowing that we all have plenty of people to watch and plenty of things to do. So the last couple of times I've done Plan With Me's, I have done the planning part. When I put the boxes down, then I've gone off camera and done the planning stuff, and then come back on camera to show what it looks like after it. Do you like that so that it keeps it shorter, or would you prefer me to put the boxes in and write in them and tell you what I'm doing and stuff like that? What is your preference? Because I do it out of respect for you and your timing, but I also know that sometimes some people like that sort of thing. So I think whatever the majority prefers is what I think whatever the majority prefers, I think is what I'm gonna do. Okay, so that's kind of nice. I like that. I like how that looks. And then we are going to be using boxes. We're going to be using numbers from the sticker book from the Happy Planner. I think it's called Dates and Numbers. Dates and Holidays. I don't know, something like that. Okay, so the first date is the 21st. I was thinking that the palm trees might be too much in the way, that it might be hard to read the numbers, but it's not looking like it's that big of a deal. It's not going to be perfect, of course, but that's okay. We are getting towards the end of the month. The beginning of next month, I am doing the Royal Family Kids Camp, which is a wonderful camp for kids in the foster care system. I did it last year and it was wonderful. I really loved helping out there, so I am going to be volunteering again this year. And it is the first week, full week of August. I think it's the 3rd through the 8th or something like that. So I am looking forward to that. We're getting closer and closer to that. Okay, 25. And then I'm also going to, I covered up the date, so we're going to put this one. I love this font. I don't know what font you would call this, but I really love this font. Alright, so the next box or thing that I'm doing is I will be putting my gratitude list here, and I am going to be using the green. One thing that I've noticed about myself doing, you know, you practice and you work a little bit and you try new things and you see what works and what doesn't work. One thing that I've noticed is when I do too many colors, like this is a perfect example. There's different colors and I don't have the other sheet in front of me to show you, but like I pulled in on this side, I pulled in some black and some red and stuff like that, trying to match all these different colors. I don't really like it as much when I'm sticking to 2, maybe 3 colors and that's it. I tend to like the spreads a little more. I think they look a little nicer. So that is what I am going to be doing from now on. So I'll put my quote right here. One thing I'm considering, and we'll see how it turns out, I might just stick with the green as we have it, but one thing I'm considering is because I'm using a few of these beautiful flowers and they've got the red or the pink and the orange in them, there are boxes, she has boxes in here that match those, like the pink and the orange. I might put a little pink and orange. I was thinking maybe putting it in the center, but then everything else to be the green, just to give a kick. So I don't know how that's gonna look, so I'm gonna try that and just see what I think. You know, it's all experiment. Don't be afraid to experiment, because you know it may not turn out perfectly, but you know you're gonna like it. There is blue, there's also blue in here. Thinking I might put this palm tree scene right here, but I also want this sticker right here to go like right here, and then this palm tree scene to be maybe peeking out. So let's see how that's gonna look. So first off, let's pull off this one and put it down. And then I'm gonna lift up a little bit. But you know, before I do that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna white out some of these lines because these lines are gonna get in the way. I don't always like when it's showing. It's okay if it is a little bit, but I don't always like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this Uniball Signo pen, I'm gonna white out the lines, and I'm gonna be right back. You know, I'm not that impressed with the Uniball Signo pen. People were raving about it, so I bought one to try it out. And when it works so nice, but I'm just having troubles with it. If any of you use it, is there a trick to it? Is there a way to make it work a little better? Because I am struggling for it to work properly, and I don't know why that is. I am gonna hold this back because I want to put this guy. Ooh. And maybe I should have had him here. Maybe I should have had this one off already. Okay. Let's put this guy. Right. I think I'm going to put him just like that. Yeah, I like that. I like the way that looks. It's giving it some tropical vibes for sure. Ooh, I love that actually. Okay, so let me glue down my, and actually because of the sticker that's on here, I think what I'm gonna do, ooh, I don't like that it's gonna cover up that palm tree. Maybe I'll just put it like that. Okay, like that. So the one for this, the quote for this one is called "One friend can change your life." And isn't that true? Haven't we all met someone who spoke into our lives or who was a really good friend, and that friend was a friend for life? I have friends like that. Okay, instead of using glue as I normally do, I just used this Scotch double-sided tape, permanent tape, because I don't know how well the glue will stick to the sticker. So, okay. So let's look at, I'm thinking maybe a sticker up in this book. I'm thinking the other sticker like this up in this corner. Do I have one of these? Do I want to try and fit in one of these with it? It might be nice there, and then layer this one over the top of it. Let's just see. Let's see how that works. I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not, but you know, you're never gonna know unless you try, right? So let's see. Oops. Don't you hate that when these stickers just jump onto the page? I don't know if any of you have that problem, but sometimes that happens to me and I'm like, what are you doing? Oops, see, and it's pulling up, shoot, it's pulling up that paper. I'm actually gonna do it down here because I want to put this sticker here, but then I'm going to also put in some of the foliage from those other sheets. So, thankfully, okay, I'm liking that, It's looking good. It's looking very tropically, giving those vibes of the tropics. I want to put this one down here, but I'm not exactly positive yet how, so I am going to put that here just for safekeeping so that it's off. So when I'm moving with these ones, as I'm doing along the bottom, I can see how I might want to do that. Sometimes pulling off these stickers can be a challenge in itself. Okay, sorry, someone had come to my door, so I had to stop the video and come back. Anyway, I finally got this sticker off. Okay, so I am gonna do, I'm thinking like this. Well, I guess I'm just, well, I guess I'm just gonna do that. And then I'll just put some other stickers, some other of these leaves and stuff like that around it. Actually, I'm going to cut off some of these stems just to kind of make it, give the appearance that it is coming in behind there. And I am going to cut off these because, you know, I could do like that. And just add some more look, some more foliage. We'll see how all that turns out in the end. Okay, so let's do, okay, sometimes it's easier to have the page ripped out, and I don't really care. There's pages falling out of it anyway, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Okay. I guess instead of going out, I should have come in, but it's too late now to do that. But we'll do something similar. We'll do something more like that along the bottom and the other sides. Some of these stickers are harder to get off, and some of that is probably because they're a little older. I don't know when this sticker, I don't know how old this sticker book is, but it might be on the older side, and if that's that might be why some of these stickers are hard to get off. And this is another example of why you should always use your sticker books and not hoard them or not be afraid to use them, because the older the stickers get, the harder it is to peel them up and to makes it harder for the stickers to come off, and they tend to be harder to use. So this is just an example of why you should do that. Although I just got this sticker book earlier this year, right? Or I think it was this year. I don't know when it was released, but I think it's a little older. Maybe not, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I like this better than that, so I should have done that. But you know, see, this is why you do. You experiment, you try, and you live and you learn, and you see what works and what doesn't work, and what you like and what you don't like, and then you'll know for next time. This doesn't ruin it, and I need places to write, so I'll probably be putting a box over part of that anyway, so that's not going to be that big of a deal. But I just know for next time, like, that's not what I like. So do this over here. And I don't know what you think, but I am loving this so much. I love the two sections with the palm trees and like the island theme. I love these up in the corner. I love this. I just love how it's all coming about. It looks very tropical, and it's exactly the feeling I wanted for this, and it's making me very happy. So both ambers from Planything and from Amber Plans Her Day. Thank you so much for these. And Cassie from Caesthetic Plans, thank you for the elements that you put in your book. What do you call that? And then I'm going to do across the top, and I think a little bit down here, but we're going to have to see. I should have waited to put this down until I put the other things, or until I put these down, but I didn't, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull that up. I can try and see if I can put it underneath there, but I'm not sure that's going to come up. So I looked it up, and this book came out in 2024, so it's only about a year old, so that's not that old. So I don't know why the stickers are behaving the way they are, but that's okay. Sometimes those things happen, and there's nothing you can do about that. So I used a whole sticker sheet, yay. And before I bust into that one, this one has some that I'd like to use. These ones. Although those feel like those have a brighter, they're brighter than these. Well, maybe not. Let me see if I can pull up this box, at least partially. Oh yeah. And we'll do leaves and stuff like that around. I'm thinking I might want to put this scene up in here. Oops, maybe like this. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. I'm actually going to cut a little of this off. Okay, so it's like that. And I'm gonna be putting, what do you call those, days of the week up there. Okay, so we need to go to the last page of these, and let's use this one. Amber from Amber Plans Her Day has this cool tool that she uses to kind of pry up the stickers, and I don't know if it's an awl or what, but it's really cool. And I need to get, whatever it is, I need to get me one for some of these stickers. Okay, there we go. Oops. Oops. I want this last one to go right there. Okay. Oh my gosh, I don't know about you, but I am loving this so much. And when I first conceived of the idea, I was thinking like, I don't know if that's gonna work or not, but look how beautiful this is. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I am so obsessed with it. So, all right, let's next go to, I think that's gonna be all the decoration for this spread. So let's go to more of the functional stuff. So I need in here Amber Plans Her Day Bible Journaling Volume 3. It is no longer available, unfortunately, but there is a gratitude. And because I use this sheet for gratitude, that is where, or I always put a gratitude sticker there. Well, not always, but when I have them. Ever since I got this book, I've been doing it, and when I run out, I will just go back to writing it like I was. I like having those stickers there, they're fun. Okay, and then I'm going to be using the boxes from this Summer Essentials book for the function for this week. Okay. So let's go back to those boxes. So we have, I'm gonna put this one here, and I'm gonna use the Bible Journaling Volume 3 because she has a church words as well, and I'm gonna put church, since I have church on Sunday, I will be putting church there. Okay. So for Monday, I will use a darker box. And I'm probably gonna do it like right here. On Monday I have, at 9:15 we have our staff meeting. And that's all I know that's going on for Monday at the moment. Because this is the 21st, right? Yes. So Tuesday, I will put a small box. Oops, that's the same color. So let's do this one. I'm gonna put a small box there and say, because Sunim returns. I know some people don't like when you overlap them, you can see the shadow of that in there, so they will use a whiteout to white out the corner and stuff like that. It doesn't really bother me too much, so I'm gonna leave it as it is at the moment. And then here I'm gonna put the Robert sleeve. This is gonna be a really sad day because they are leaving permanently. And that makes me really sad because I love them. Okay, I'm gonna put this one here because we have 9:15 intercession. And then 2 p.m. soup kitchen. Because this is the last Tuesday where the Roberts and myself might be able to get together. Last time was the last time we got together and watched a movie. We might be getting together and playing games that night, but it's because it's the day before they leave. They're not sure what is gonna. It just depends on how much they get done. So that's up in the air, and it's not for sure. So for that, I'm just gonna leave that alone. What else do I have going on? The 25th here. We have the Fro Men's Camp coming. And I am hosting that group. And then they leave here, so let me just write that in. We have, oh, you know, I was gonna put some of these pink boxes here, but I think I'm just liking it with the green, so I think I'm just gonna stick with green this time, even though my intention was to pull in some of those, but I think I'm gonna leave it the way it is. Gosh, I love this spread so much. It's one of my favorite spreads. I love tropical themes so much, so it just warms my heart. So 9:15 is worship and intercession. And then let me just consult my on-the-go planner just in case I have missed a day. So that's this week. Nope, that's the only thing listed there, so that's all I've got. So as normal, as things arise and as things come up, I will add some stuff in there. My friends Rachel and Christina and myself might be getting together for a movie because we sometimes do that on Mondays or Wednesdays. Lately it's been Wednesday because of scheduling, and I have no idea yet. So that's up in the air for the moment. So I think this, as far as I know, this is all I have going on next week, and I do use this for journaling too. Obviously Monday I'm not really going to be able to put much journaling, but I have a journal that I write in daily, so it's not that I need this for journaling, but it's just nice to have some of those things here, so I like doing that. So when the opportunity or presents itself, I use it for journaling. So there's plenty of space here for journaling in the center. Okay, so the very last thing that I have left to do is I'm going to use some of these stickers and put them on here. So I think I'm going to do these abbreviation ones. Use these ones because I've already used the non-abbreviated ones for the green, and I want to do the Anyway, I really love this. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for stopping by. I am so grateful when all of you come and watch. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. If you liked this video, consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel so you don't miss future videos of mine. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!